Wow, man, that that documentary was deep, yo. Elvis was the GOAT, y'all. Hey, stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back again for another video for y'all, man. Hey, so look, today I am back with another Elvis video for y'all, man. Elvis been popping lately, man. I'm doing Elvis Presley in the black community. The echo will never die. So got a lot of requests for this, man. Real interested to see what's gonna be about, because Elvis, I didn't even know he was like that he had this much influence with the black community. So real interested it's gonna be about, guys. If you new, let me hit the subscribe button. Without further ado, guys, let's get right to this video.
I thought he was a very beautiful, and still is, a very beautiful person, and his memories shall probably forever live on.
Well, you ain't nothing but a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine.
There is no room in this city for the vulgar performances of Elvis Presley.
It's shocking. I watched him gyrate his legs and swivel his hips. And our parent-teachers group feels he should not be on television.
We've set up a 20-minute...
What? Did y'all hear this lady? I watched him. Oh my God, you watched him gyrate his legs? That's what you made at?
There is no room in this city for the vulgar performances of Elvis Presley.
That's
It's
messed up.
shocking. I watched him gyrate his legs and swivel his hips. And our parent-teachers group feels he should not be on television.
We've
The hate.
set up a 20-man committee to do away with this vulgar, animalistic, nigger rock and roll bop. Our committee will check with the restaurant owners and the cafes to see what Presley records is on their machines, and then ask them to do away with them.
Did y'all hear what this man just said? The hate. Like, I'm sorry to keep stopping, but man, like the hate.
I watched him gyrate his legs and swivel his hips. And our parent-teachers group feels he should not be on television.
We've set up a 20-man committee to do away with this vulgar, animalistic, nigger rock and roll bop. Our committee will check with the restaurant owners and the cafes to see what Presley records is on their machines, and then ask them to do away with them.
That pisses
You've
me
learned
off.
anything from the
I ain't
criticism
gonna lie.
leveled at you?
No, I haven't,
You haven't, huh?
because I don't feel that I'm doing anything wrong.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog. You're crying all the time.
Rock and roll has got to go. And go it does at KWK. We're all through playing rock and roll records. This week is record-breaking week here at KWK. And after this week, no more rock and roll will be played on the air.
The obscenity and vulgarity of the rock and roll music is obviously a means by which the white man and his children can be driven to the level with the nigger. It is obviously nigger music.
Everybody mostly turned him down. And because first thing, he had Negroes' ways. This is what they didn't, really at that time, they didn't want to accept.
Mostly by black performers, and he, in essence, because of at that particular time, the kind of backwards mental capability that many people had, as judging a person because of the color of their skin, is somewhat still does exist. But back then it was worse, and he actually, because of him being a Caucasian brother, he was able to do away with that whole thing.
He's 77-year-old Early Wright, a disc jockey at radio station WROX in Clarksdale for 45 years.
Hi there. Pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How do you do? This is your soul man to be with you until I get through. I want you to stand by, don't have no fear. Following Jay's show, should I play one like this one from out of here? Elvis Presley.
Hey, I gotta stop it right there, y'all. Hey, I can't lie, man. The beginning of this video pissed me the fuck off. I ain't gonna lie, man. My bad, yo. My language, I know. But, yo, it did, yo. The hate, yo. The hate. That just, it disgusts me. I can't even lie, like. But, you know, now, you know, they're showing Stevie Wonder. And then this guy right here, I forget what they said his name is. Like, it's kind of brightening it up. But, like, man, I didn't realize, like, Elvis was so hated, yo. The man was hated, yo. It's just crazy, man.
Elvis's songs still get good play on Wright's program among the blues, gospel, and jazz recordings that are its staples. It was almost 40 years ago when Elvis drove down to Clarksdale from Memphis with a record and asked him to play it.
Wow.
And I had been playing
Early Wright.
And I had never seen him before, and I was amazed to see him. When he introduced himself to being Elvis Presley, then I went all to pieces over him. Then he and I started talking. I used to be the manager of a gospel group called the 4-Star Quartet. And I could listen to a man sing a hymn. I could listen to a man sometime talk. I did that. And I could pick him out whether he could fit in my group. And talking to Elvis Presley, I could see a great future in him.
It's no accident that Wright recognized Elvis's strong gospel roots. Here at the East Trigg Baptist Church in Memphis, older members of the congregation remember Elvis joining in with the choir while in high school.
Oh,
These
wow.
were rousing sessions led by the charismatic pastor, the Reverend W. Herbert Brewster.
Like most black people in the South, and to whose throat God has pressed down a harp of 1,000 strings, it only needed tuning. Elvis's voice was that type of voice that agreed with the thought of Calvary.
Wow.
He had that kind of bent and inclination and attitude that suggested that God could use him. I gave the music a different approach, a new beat. I knew that it wasn't going to hurt if I said, "Must Jesus bear the cross alone," whether I said with 1 beat, 2 beat, whether I said it high or low. And I told them, "Come on in here and put your stuff together."
Hey.
They came in here, and it was a glorious experience, and Elvis was in that group.
Elvis came out with a style of his own, and it was very creative. And once he got into it, and you got that feel, Elvis just took off like a late freight. And with Elvis doing this kind of music, gave an injection to black music that no other artist had ever done.
Wow. That's powerful to say. I can't even lie, man. I had to stop right there, man, because, like I said, man, the man's really had so much influence. And I remember y'all telling me, like, Elvis, like, his thing is really gospel. Like, he really is good with gospel. So now I really want to go react to some gospel music from Elvis and see what he got to offer with that. Because the way these people are talking about him, it's cool. It's refreshing. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep going.
It was like an earthquake in my neighborhood. The whole place was shaking when he came on. And I said, how did a person possess that kind of power? That it even comes off the TV and grab me in this ghetto neighborhood.
Elvis took my Tutti Frutti, and I was very disgusted. But by him singing it, he really made it bigger and made me bigger.
During those days, it was a...
Now, that's a humble statement. By him doing that, it made him, he was pissed, but it made him bigger, gave him the exposure he needed. I like that. I really like that.
It was like an earthquake in my neighborhood. The whole place was shaking when he came on. And I said, how did a person possess that kind of power? That it even comes off the TV and grab me in this ghetto neighborhood.
Elvis took my Tutti Frutti, and I was very disgusted. But by him singing it, he really made it bigger and made me bigger.
During those days, if it was a white artist doing something, they would just say, they don't like our blacks and we don't like them either. He's nothing but a copycat. But Elvis Presley, when he came on, chicks was screaming and going crazy, and it was like in the neighborhood. And I said, this guy's got something going.
Elvis had something that made him sound like he truly meant it, and that's what made a lot of people like myself like him.
I think Elvis had lots of soul. He appealed to black people. He definitely had to have soul in order to do that.
I think there's ever been an artist that when his name went on the marquee, they knew he was coming. People came from all over the world. I never heard of that.
Elvis did a lot of stuff that, rappers do these days.
He had the bling. You gotta have the bling when you're from Memphis.
He had the bling, he had a Cadillac, he had like a gangster in him. As the snow flies on a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto.
The song also resonates with people who've only met Elvis through his songs.
Elvis talking about the hood, they talking about where we come from.
Paul Beauregard and Jordan Houston are the Oscar-winning rap duo 3-6 Mafia. They grew up just 2 blocks from Graceland in one of Memphis's poorest neighborhoods.
I want a CD scratcher.
My mom used to always listen to this song when I was young. He talked about, things that she went through. She had my mom had a bunch of kids, like 9 kids. You know what I'm saying? Wow. That's how you get somebody to listen to your song. You talk about what they know about and what they want to hear. And she know about the ghetto.
Facts.
She lived in the ghetto.
In the ghetto.
That's it.
And his mama cries. But if there's one thing that she don't need, it's another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto.
After we find the part on the record that we want to use, we sample it into the drum machine or the keyboard. That way we can loop it like.
My first line says, first I'm broke, so I hang out with the rat and roach. It's still broke, so I'm sleeping on apartment floors. So it's just like the struggle, what's going on in the hood. First I'm broke, so I hang out with the rat and roach. It's still broke, so I'm sleeping on apartment floors. And I was off beat, but it's all good, cause it's on TV.
Hey!
maybe do some edits, make me look cool, maybe put my name in the credits.
Once we have all that ready, we load it into the drum machine and then pay out.
So he starts to roam the streets at night and he learns how to steal and he learns how to fight in the ghetto.
Watching your back for the man wearing the mask. I say you might get stuck if you in the hood looking like it came up. We ride old school whips, high off the ground right beside a player hill. It ain't as bad as it seems. We still stay fly looking so clean.
First I'm broke, so I hang out with the rat and roach. And still broke, cause I'm sleeping on apartment floors. The junkies get up, kick when they smoke a brick. I never seen a drug dealer ever call it quits. The hood struggle is to make it, gotta get the change. See, every day is like a dark cloud full of rain. The feds tapping for his danger when you hood trapping. So don't get lost in the sauce slinging, cold crackling.
So help your brother along the way, no matter where he starts.
In the ghetto.
But the same God that made you made him too. These men with broken hearts.
Yo, I just got goosebumps. Elvis is the GOAT, yo. Real talk, y'all. It's so cool to see that he went. Like before I started doing reactions, I was a big rap fan, so I know 3-6 Mafia. But to see the influence he even had on, groups like that, man, that's real cool, yo. That's real cool. That man was GOAT. Real talk. Right back a little bit.
We still stay fly looking so clean.
First I'm broke, so I hang out with the rat and roach. And still broke, cause I'm sleeping on apartment floors. The junkies get up, kick when they smoke a brick. I never seen a drug dealer ever call it quits. The hood struggle is to make it, gotta get the change. See, every day is like a dark cloud full of rain. The feds tapping for his dangerous when you hood trapping. So don't get lost in the sauce slinging, cold crackling.
In the ghetto.
So help your brother along the way, no matter where he starts.
In the ghetto.
But the same God that made you made him too.
Facts.
These men with broken hearts.
Equality, baby.
During the 60s and early 70s, when tensions between blacks and whites were at an all-time high, Elvis demonstrated his desire for racial reconciliation in the musicians that he chose and the treatment they received.
Rest in peace, man.
When we first decided to take the gig with Elvis, we had no idea that there would be any racial flack regarding it. Our first racial encounter was when we went to Texas. Elvis was told by his people that, well, you can leave the black girls home. You don't have to bring them. So Elvis wasn't going to do the Astrodome unless his girls could be with him. And he demanded that we be given the star treatment. We had to be in our convertible where everybody could see us, and our little blonde could drive us. Hey. And that was his statement. You don't like it? Deal with it, or I'm not going to be there.
Made me feel so
and
good.
I thought that was very big of him.
When I joined the group in 1972, they took a big chance because there were no blacks in contemporary or Southern gospel music, and I was the first one, and it made all the headlines and everything. It was in Billboard and all the newspapers in Tennessee. And my first time meeting Elvis was, he had a folder full of clippings of things that he had read about me. As a matter of fact, the Imperials brought me to his suite, and he gave me this folder with all the clippings, and he personally welcomed me into the family. And for a guy who, you know, didn't really know where he stood, this was very important that he acknowledged my presence and, you know, made me feel very much a part of what we were all doing. And right away, he treated me like he'd known me for years. He gave me one of those TCB chains and everything, and I was just one of the guys, and I never forgot that.
And I'd been around him with people, other people of color, and I've only seen him give love. He was very generous to people that he didn't even know. You didn't have to be of any racial persuasion for him to love you.
And you know, they have, you know how...
Yo, I love that because, you know, that's kind of how the YouTube world is, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, we all don't really know each other. At the end of the day, you know, we all show love. That's what it's about, you know? Y'all leave the comments, you know, I love talking to y'all in the comments. Like, it's amazing, you know what I'm saying? I hope to meet some of y'all someday, and I love this. This is an amazing little documentary, man. Shout out to y'all for making me watch this because I'm really enjoying it. Real talk.
Rumors get started when there's a big star or something. The people will start rumors. Well, he doesn't like this kind of people, or he doesn't like those people or that people, and I never got that from him.
But you know, Elvis is a whole nother thing. It's just, I think it's scary to even be compared to people in that, like, you know what I mean? Because he's such a big talent, and in his absence, of course he's bigger than in his presence. And music marks time, so in this time period, what Elvis was to his period would be something totally different.
Way
but I think
different.
rock and roll, I mean, what he brought to Vegas is more than rock and roll. I mean, I think it's just so much going on out here on the entertainment front. Like right now, you'll see the likes of Celine Dion and Tony Braxton. It's a lot going out here. You know what I mean? As far as rock and roll is concerned, it's great. I mean, Elvis Presley was able to do things that haven't been able to be duplicated to this day.
Black American music influenced Elvis. The fact that people say, well, he's the king of it all, king of rock and roll, is a slap in the face to those that made the music possible in the first place. Not to say he wasn't brilliant. I think he was a fantastic, talented singer.
I don't think he ripped them off. I think once something has been exposed, anyone can add or take from it if they like. He was just so great, so popular, so hot, so anything that he played, it became a hit. To me, they didn't make a mistake when they called him the king.
The only thing I want to know, was he my friend?
Wow.
Did I enjoy him as a performer? Did he give the world of entertainment something? Yes, on all counts. And that's the name of that tune.
He was a bundle of energy set to music. And that echo will never die.
Gold. Ooh, I love this. I gotta watch this again, y'all. Yo, hey, wow, what an amazing short documentary, man. It was only 14 and a half minutes, which is, not bad. And I honestly didn't want it to end, guys. Like, this is one of those videos, like I said in the beginning, it was kind of making me mad because just the sheer hate that you was hearing from some of these, people in this documentary. It was just like, oh my God, like, why the hate? There's a lot of craziness going on in the world right now. We all kind of need to come together. You know what I'm saying? And we are all equal. Like he said in the song, he was like, in the video, excuse me, he said, God created you, God created me. We are all equal. We are all equal. You know what I'm saying? Black, white, yellow, green, pink, purple, we're all the same. Everybody's equal, and I love it. Like I said, I really love that message. And like I said, Elvis was the GOAT. I really had no clue. I started to learn a little bit because I did recently react to If I Can Dream and In the Ghetto. And then people were like, react to Elvis Presley in the black community. And I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. I'm really glad I did because, it was refreshing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still relevant today, and it's just real cool to see that. So anyway, guys, I really hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all want to see any other Elvis videos, definitely go down below. Leave me a name of a song or a link. And then, also, if you guys are new, you like the vibe, you can definitely subscribe, man. On the road to 100K on this channel. If you would love to be a part of that, I definitely would love to have you. If it's not your thing, hey, no worries, man. Definitely understand. But anyway, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their night. Everybody out there stay blessed and healthy. Peace out, man. Yo! What's up, y'all? Hey, so look, man. If you still here, hey, man, check out some more of my other videos, man. They popping up here soon. And hey, if you enjoyed yourself, consider subscribing, man. Like I told y'all before, my big goal this year is to get to 100K. I know we can make it happen, guys. Real big believer in the law of attraction and putting things out in the universe. So, hey, man, if you like what you hear, definitely join the family, man. We'd love to have you, man. But anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay healthy. Peace out, man.